Hello everyone, it's Charlotte here. Come on in, welcome to my home. This is kind of a journal to inspire catch up, and I'm just going to start a new week because I'm so far behind in that Facebook group that I just can't, I know I'll never catch up. So I've taken a couple prompts from past journal to inspires and incorporated them into this week's index card, which is what we are going to do today. The prompts are, we were supposed to color something, we were supposed to create a shaker card, and this does shake. And so I'm just gonna, this is a new beginning this week. What I did is I got a hold of some Tim Holtz items, and I just thought, you know, sometimes working with black and white, it can be difficult for me, but I had these leftover hearts and I thought black and white with a pop of red, loved that. Then I was doing my 52 tags handmade, and I did butterflies, and so I pulled this out, and then I had this, which was black and white, and I used my watercolors and painted that for some color. Then one of the prompts was again to have more words. So it's all, I just kind of wanted to go ahead and incorporate some of this into this. So let's get started. Let's create this. And what I have here are 2 index cards, because we have to have a top and we have to have a bottom. And so here is my bottom, my index card here. I did something I haven't done in just forever, and that is to pull out the Mod Podge, because you know I'm a Collage Podge girl. And I pulled out my Mod Podge, just the mat. I have very little left. I thought, let's use it up. Will I buy more? I probably won't, but you know, sometimes you think you need to have something because it's popular and you've used it lots of times in the past. So I'm thinking no, but I probably will, just to have it. Then I got a hold of, this was Hobby Lobby, was having a 40% off sale on all things Tim Holtz, and this is collage paper, and it's the typeset composer, and I just really like the fact that it is just all black and white. And so it's paper that looks like this, and let's just do something with it. So I am going to take this index card, and I am going to just put Collage Podge all over this, or not Collage Podge, Mod Podge. You can see it's been quite the while, but I've had this sitting there, and I thought, well, let's use it. Let's just use it up. So we've Mod Podged this. We're going to put this down. This will be our background that you're going to see, and I don't mind if I have wrinkles. And if you wanted to with this, you could just take the window on the top and just cut a little piece of this so you don't feel like you're wasting any. I'm really not worried about that, and so I just went ahead and covered the whole thing. It gives it a little bit more body that way too. So I'm going to just trim this off, and then hopefully this will dry while I'm doing the upper part, and so I don't have to get out the dryer. So I am just going to set this aside, and then I'm going to take my second index card, and what I used to cut this window out was this here, this punch board by We Are Memory Keepers. And what you do is you just set this down there, punch your 4 corners, take it over here, and this is actually a cutter, and then you cut your center out. If you don't have one of these, that's not a problem. All you're going to do is get your X-Acto knife, get your ruler, get your pencil, draw your center however you want it to be, whatever size. And if you don't have an X-Acto knife, if you take your scissor and you've got your 4 lines drawn, punch this. You can come up and then just start cutting this out, or you can put this through a die cut. That works really well too. So whichever way works best for you is what you're going to want to do. So then I've got remnants here. I don't think I need that. And we are going to cover up the sides and the top and bottom of this. And so I'm going to do the exact same thing with the Mod Podge that I did on the bottom. And we're just going to put this down, get it where we want it. And I'm not going to be real fussy about this. It's not that big a deal. I hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful Easter. It was, are you ready for this? 96 degrees here. Yes, it was. The only wonderful thing about that is the humidity is still so low that I know you're probably sitting there thinking, 96? Whoa! Well, yeah. But when you have next to nothing in humidity, it doesn't feel like 96, and you're not out there trying to find your breath. You're not out there just sweating. It's not that kind of heat, which if you've never experienced a really, really dry heat, may be hard to understand. I mean, I've lived in the beautiful state of Texas down in San Antonio, and that is humid. Well, when we were living there, we found out we were going to be moving to Virginia, and somebody said, you don't know humidity until you've lived in Virginia. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Nothing could be more humid than this. Oh, yeah, it can. Yeah, it can. And Maryland, I think, was probably the worst. Maryland in August, woo, that's some humidity. Okay, so that is down. We are done with the Mod Podge. We don't need that. But I think I am going to go ahead and trim this, because you can see it's difficult really to see where the borders are as to what I'm going to do. And because it is wet, I think we'll go ahead and color the butterfly first and give this just a chance to dry. I might be able to go ahead and make the shaker part of this. So you could put anything on this that you wanted. You don't have to have collage paper. You could just go ahead and collage whatever you want. Or you could just go ahead and put a beautiful piece of cardstock on this, tissue paper, whatever you want. And then cut your window out. If you're going to use cardstock, that's probably what I would do. Go ahead and put that cardstock on top of your whole piece of index card, then take it and then cut it out. This is already dry, so we're getting there. So let's just do something while we give this a couple more minutes. And I think we can go ahead and we can place our laminate. And I am using just a little bit of acetate, and I am going to stitch this. So I just need the tiniest little bit of glue, just enough here to keep my acetate down. That's all I'm going to do. If you don't sew, then you want to go ahead and make sure that you've got enough glue around your edges that whatever you put in here is going to stay there and not go anywhere. I've been having trouble with my sewing machine because I've been putting the needle through so much glue that it gets totally gummed up. Now, I know this seems like, well, that's Valentine's Day with all these hearts, and yeah, it kind of is, but I found these hearts and fell in love with these hearts and wanted to use them. And then I found I was only going to use the smaller ones, and then I found these larger ones, and I thought, well, why hold on to them? Let's just put them in here. Let's just use what we've got and not worry about it. So that's what I am going to do, and then I can move on and use this for something else until next year. So we have this size heart, and then we've got all these little itty bitty ones, and I am happy to be done with them. I'm just going to sprinkle these on here. You can use glitter. You can use whatever you want. Let's get them all out. That's it. So now I can put something else in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to put another piece of laminate on top of here. So I need a little bit more glue. And then while this is flat, you don't want to move it because I'm not going, do you see how I am not going up close to this? So if I move this, then my hearts can fall down below my window, and I don't want that. So I have to keep this flat. Until I get the back on. And then what I'm going to do is stitch this around so that my hearts can't fall below the window. If you don't sew at all, what you're going to want to do then is make sure that you've got glue that comes up as close to that window as you can without getting on the window, so that your hearts cannot fall below your window. That's really important. So now I think I'm going to go ahead and put this down on here. So I need glue just to hold it. See how this one already wants to move? Oop, I'm losing that one there. Losing this one here. So, see if I can get this one. It's probably a good thing that this happened, because you can see exactly what I mean by losing them below the window, which you don't want to do, and I am with that. So, and it looks like I am with that too. So you can see what I'm talking about here. So let me go ahead and getting glue all over everything. We are curling up. I think it's going to be easier if I go this way, so I don't have to move that. Just enough to keep this on here so that I can take this to the machine and stitch around. And see what we've got. So let me run this to the machine and stitch this. I now have, this is what I went ahead and went around. Let's clean this up. My stitching. There we go. So I'm going to just go ahead and trim this off. You can put as much stitching as you want. I thought red, because I've got red hearts, I thought red would have been really, red thread would have been really, really cute to use. So that is an idea. But I know Journal to Inspire wanted us to do 2 shaker cards. So this is at least 1 shaker card. And then we are going to move on from the shaker cards. I can hear the motion, but there we go. We've got our hearts in there, and you can see I did catch one. I did catch one right there, but they will move, and it is cute. I mean, it's a really, really cute card. And so now what I want to do is paint. Let's get rid of this. We don't need where we've got the glue. So now I want to take my butterfly, and I want to, Hobby Lobby also had on sale, and they were 50% off of their watercolors, their watercolor pencils. And I've got watercolors, but I didn't have any watercolor pencils. And this was $14.99. It was 50% off of that. It's by Fine Touch. So I thought, let's go ahead. One of the prompts also was to paint, and that goes back a couple weeks. So I thought, let's just go ahead and let's play around with this a little bit. And let's just do some painting. It's actually pretty calming to do this. And I will hold up. This butterfly is Tim Holtz, and I will hold up the packet. This came from this right here, and this also was 40% off of Hobby Lobby. This was engraving, and they're all black and white. And I've never worked with anything like this, and I thought, well, if I am going to start doing some watercoloring, this might be a great place to begin that. So I just kind of thought, why not? Why not do that? And I think let's use this pink. And I'm just dipping the tip into water. And I know you can miss this when I'm completely done. That is what I did to the first one. I got my misting bottle out, and I just went ahead and went over it. And you have to be careful for the drips, because when you mix all these colors together, you might have a tendency to get like a smudgy brown color when all your colors mix up. So you know, have like a paper towel or some kind of a wipe or something there, so that if it starts to pool and you start to get those colors that you don't want, that you can wipe them off. We'll just do a little bit of this. So anyway, I picked my mom up, took her to lunch. We went to, I think it was, she wanted to go to Red Lobster, so we went to Red Lobster, and that was good. And then Easter, she came home. She spent the whole day here. We had an egg hunt, and if you follow me on Instagram, I put a reels out when a couple of the kids, I didn't get them all, but they were doing their egg hunt out in the yard, and it was a beautiful day for that. We couldn't put the eggs out until they were ready to go. The kids were ready to go because it was just too hot for that. And that's okay. I mean, that's life. That's how it is. But hopefully it's going to cool down. You know, the evenings are still cool, so that's good. We're not in it yet. It's way too early. I am nowhere near ready for that heat. Not that kind of, not the desert heat, not yet. So let's finish this up. Let me put a little yellow in this. And just to brighten it up a bit. And then we'll move on. I'd give this just a minute to dry. I didn't bring the, like I said, I didn't bring the heat tool. So let me see if I can just use a little bit of yellow out here. I had some things I wanted to share with you. Oh, somebody contacted me and wanted to know if they could share my videos on their groups on Facebook. Go ahead. You don't have to get permission from me to share my videos. I'm honored. So go right ahead. That's wonderful that you want to do that. Okay, we're going to call him done. And I'm going to give him just a couple minutes to dry. And so we're going to move on while he does that. We don't need this anymore. Let's get this out of here. We don't need that either. So you can see on this one, I had these wooden butterflies and I added lace here with some words. So we are going to do that. And I did not distress, but you obviously can distress if you want. I picked up this bag of butterflies off of Amazon. And they're buttons. If I can find the link to this, I will use my affiliate link, put that down below. All that means is if you can click on that affiliate link, it will take you to this product. If you purchase it from my link, I make a couple pennies. If you don't, and you just want to go and do that on your own, that's totally fine too. It's not a problem, but you get, let's see if it says how many you get. No, but you can see you get a huge bag, and they are really, really cute. So I am loving these. And I use these in my 52 tags handmade on Instagram. So if you want to see that, you can pop over there and have a look at that. And I've been working, I'm almost finished with my surprise bags for May. And I had some leftover of this waxed thread for stitching, and so I thought, let's just go ahead for texture and add a little bit of that here and tie it off in my button. And just tie a knot, because these wooden butterflies are buttons, and so you don't have to put anything in them, but I like to have that so you don't just have those empty buttonholes. And I tried to make the other one look like it was part of the butterfly, but it didn't want to do that for me. So let's see if maybe this one will. Let's see what we get. That just doesn't look right. I will come back, I'm hoping, I'm going to take my mom out to lunch Friday, and we're going to a friend's for a visit tomorrow, and so I'm hoping Sunday at the latest, we can start our new series. Okay, I cut too much off of one side, so I've got to take more off the other. There we go. And this little butterfly is going to go right there. We need our glue. I'm just going to go ahead and use the Fabrifix. We don't need a lot, just enough to keep it down. Oh. And where it landed is not where I want it, so that's not a problem. There we go. Then we need our lace and a stapler. I used a stapler. Can you see it? You can on the back. Sometimes a stapler's fun because it's just a little different texture. And I like that. So we're just going to fold a piece of lace over like that. And this was my mother's. Not the easiest to use in a project like this. But we did it. We got it. So we've got that. And you can see my little hearts and things are moving. So that's good. Make sure that this dries where I want it. Then I came up, I used Tim Holtz and found a word. So let's find a phrase or something. And I know I don't want white because it won't show up. So let's see if we can find something. I kind of like this. Leave a little sparkle. No, I don't. Leave a little sparkle wherever you go. It doesn't have to be on. I think we could put this right there like that. Leave a little sparkle wherever you go. Just like that. And then I did pop this butterfly up. Can you see that? He's popped up. And so I want to do that. And so I've got my trusty roll of whatever this is called. I do have pop dots somewhere, but I've got this, so why not use it? And what I did is I cut a strip, and I just went ahead and cut it in half down the center like this. Easy. Took my little butterfly. And you can kind of see it. So trim it off just a little bit. Peel this back. Take our other piece, let's trim it off because we already know it's going to be a little bit too long. Lay that on here. Pull that back. And where do we want him? Now you could do a lot more to this. You could use cheesecloth. You could put some flowers on this. You could put some gems on here. There's so much, I mean, you just could go further with this, but I think this is really, really adorable. Index card, shaker card. This is week 15. And here we have it, 2 different ones. This one I did with packaging. It's kind of a plastic packaging material here. This one here will be the giveaway, and I did this with a pad of actual acetate. So I hope you liked this. I hope you enjoyed our visit today, and this gave you some inspiration to just have some fun. If you've got index cards, pull them out and do your thing, because they're just cool to work with. So I will catch you coming in the next couple days, guys. Be safe, take care, and thanks so much for watching. Bye now.